Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Naisha if you're new here, and in today's video we're going to be playing with a whole bunch of makeup that I forgot that I even had. Hashtag FBF. The other day they opened up a new Krispy Kreme nearby where I live, and my husband and I, we drove over, we got some coffee, we got some donuts. It was great. First time getting fresh Krispy Kreme donuts nearby where I live, and it reminded me that during the holidays I purchased this. This is from iHeart Revolution. It's called the donut tray, and there are 5 donuts, and this is sponges. So in each of these donuts there are 2 palettes, a highlighter, a bronzer, 2 blushes, and then there are some sponges in here. So I decided to pull this out. I always like trying Makeup Revolution. The last time I tried them, it was more of a miss. So, you know, I'm giving them another try. I thought this was so cute. Of course, I got it 50% off. I don't think it's available. I think it was a holiday item. And I was like, you know what? Let me finally try this while I was having a box of donuts. So that's what inspired this FBF. And so I went hunting in my stash, and I got a whole box full, chock full of stuff that I bought and completely forgot about. Most of these I bought around holiday time. Completely forgot about, haven't used them. They're supposed to be really good products. So why don't I put it on my face? There are a couple of things in here that are new that I just really wanted to use. So that's in here too, but it's mostly all stuff that I bought months and months ago, finally putting it to the test. This is the look that we came up with. I can always pull out a look with anything. It might be a struggle, but I can pull out a look. So yeah, if you want to see all the products I use and how I achieve this look with all of my Flashback Friday products, please keep on watching. So we're gonna start with brows as usual. And I pulled out my $1 Billion Brows Universal Brow Pencil and the $1 Billion Brows Gel. I got these two in a Ipsy box a couple months ago, and I only used them that one time, so I want to try those out again. And then I also got this Revlon Color Stay Brow Tint. So what prompted me to pull this out was because, see, it looks like, I think it's one of those things where you can make the hair like strokes. In my last video where I used the Urban Decay one, it reminded me about this, so I figured I could try it out. If it ends up being a total fail, at least we're not going anywhere, so there's that. So I'm just going to do usual with my brows. So this is quote unquote universal color. So, I mean, it works. But it's a little lighter than I usually go, but it's not too bad. The formula is not bad either. My problem is that the pencil is on the thicker side. I like a thinner pencil, and it's very waxy. But again, not horrible. Okay, so before I do the brow gel, I'm going to attempt to use this Revlon Brow Tint. One, to do the hair like strokes, and then throughout the brow to make it look more natural. Let's pray. Okay, so I did not completely mess that up. That's good. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm going to have to read up the actual claims on this and what it's supposed to do. I'm just going off of what the packaging says, but I think that's what it's for. Not bad. So we have brows. So I went ahead and cleaned up my brows and primed my eyelids with the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in C11. And now we can jump into the eyes with Peanut Butter and Jelly and Chocolate Caramel. This is what Chocolate Caramel looks like. They're both 5 pans, and this is what Peanut Butter Jelly looks like. So I'm going to use a couple shades out of both of them. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. So here's the eye look so far. We're gonna finish it up after I finish up the face. I also have this Makeup Revolution liquid liner. It is a black felt tip liner. This is one of the 20 that I have, and I bought this so long ago. Finally gonna try it out. It is juicy. Okay, that is really, really juicy and watery. And it does seem like it's bleeding a little bit. I hope that's because it's new and it dries down. I don't know how long it's going to take to dry down. It's still really wet. Not a fan of that. Okay, so those are the wings done. This is very, very liquidy. I don't know if it's because I got a bad one or that's the formula, but it's very liquidy. It's bleeding a little bit on this eye. You can see, well, on both eyes it's bleeding a little bit. It's very, this is not for beginners at all. It is way too juicy. Like the ink is already like in my eye. Hopefully that's because it's brand new and it dries down a little bit. I'm definitely gonna have to try this a couple more times, but that is way too juicy for my liking. For lashes, I'm going to use the Unscripted Beauty Level Up lashes. I absolutely adore these lashes. This isn't old, this is pretty new, but I love these and I wanted to put them on with this look. So I'm going to pop these on and I'll be right back. Okay, and now we have the lashes on. I absolutely love these lashes. And if they are on sale in Boxy Pop-Up again, I'm buying like 5. Love them. So for primer, this is new to me, but it's a relatively old product. It is the Professional Pore Primer. I got this in my last BoxyCharm box. What better time than now to try it out? Okay, so I'm really going to concentrate this on my areas that I have the largest pores. Right through here. For foundation, I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation in F13. I'm sure this is way too much. I haven't used this in so long. I did use it before and I did really like it. I love this fat doe foot. It's so fat. And for my sponge, look at what I resurrected. This Juno & Co. microfiber sponge. Remember at one point everybody was saying this was like the best sponge in the world because it was microfiber and it wasn't absorbing your product, yada yada yada. That was maybe like 2 years ago when everybody, Nikki Tutorials, everybody was on the train. But I think it did come out afterwards that it might have been a sponsored post that they didn't disclose. I don't know. I'm just trying to mind my business. I mean, I like the sponge. I wouldn't call it the best sponge ever. I like the e.l.f., the pink e.l.f. one better. It is a little weird where even though it's wet, it feels like it's dry. It's very soft. And if it doesn't absorb all your product, that's great. And it's cheap. It's $6. But I don't know about no best sponge in the world claim. Okay, so this is the foundation blended out. I actually really, really love this foundation. The finish that it gives your skin is almost like perfection. Sometimes I love me a full coverage moment. So for concealer, I'm also going to use the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in C11 to conceal and highlight, and C14 to contour. This color is a lot lighter that I've been going lately, but the actual formula of this concealer is really nice. It blends out nicely and it dries down fairly quickly. Look at that blend. So nice. Okay, so that's everything blended out. It is really, really pretty. I forgot how much I like this foundation and concealer combo. For powder, I completely forgot that I bought this. This is the Patrick Star X MAC Patrick's powder. It's a setting powder. Brand new. It comes with a little puff, which I'm probably not going to use. So this powder is actually supposed to be the MAC Pro powder. I guess he just did his own packaging. A lot of people were complaining because this was the same price as the first one he came out with, but about half the product. I really just wanted to try it because everybody was raving about it. It's sort of a, you can't see it, it's sort of a peachy color. And I like those kinds of colors under my eyes. It's good for brightening. It is a very, very finely milled powder. It looks pretty good so far. I can't say we'll see how it'll hold up all day because, again, we ain't going nowhere. And I'm going to dust it away using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark. Okay, that powder does leave your under eye area very, very smooth. I don't know if it's a combination of the primer, because it's a pore filling primer, and the powder and the foundation, everything is really, it's a good combo, because this area where I usually have a lot of huge pores and my nose is very, very smooth. Okay, for bronzer, we're going to go back to the donuts, and this is the Cinnamon Sugar Bronzer. This is the color. It looks like a color that's actually going to work on me, so let's see. The color is more cool tone than a warm orangey bronzer, so I guess it can work as contour as well. I did have to build it up a little bit, and it's not too strong. But honestly, if you're way darker than me, I don't know how well this will work. It's a nice smooth powder though. I did have to build it up. It's okay. Like I always say, bronze is a bronzer. Okay, next for blush, we have the pink frosting. So it comes with two blushes, a darker pink and a lighter pink. I'm going to go ahead and use the darker pink. Seems to be pretty pigmented. And both blushes have a sheen to them. Oh, it's very sheeny. So this is definitely, if you like shimmery blushes. You see the shimmer on it? The other blush seems to be pretty light enough for me to use as a highlighter, so I'll start with that one first. I think it can work as a subtle pink highlight. The actual highlighter though is this vanilla frosting. This is the color. They all smell like cake or frosting or something, some sort of baked good. This highlight is very See Me From Space-esque and very, very silvery. Just dust over everything real quick. Let's do a fiber brush. Okay, and for setting spray, I have the Ofra Makeup Fixer. I bought this a while ago and never used it. This is a huge bottle. And I think it was cheap. It was, well, when I bought it was maybe like $8-10. I think it's maybe $16. It's not that expensive. So let's try this out. Okay, it has a really nice rose scent, but the spritz on it is very aggressive. Very aggressive. You gotta hold it full arm's length away. It literally felt like it slapped me in the face, and it was cold. Okay, so let's finish up the eyes. First, I'm gonna go in with the Billion Dollar Brows Brow Gel. The last time I used this, you know, I wasn't the most enthused. It really literally just felt like clear hair gel. But I guess that's what brow gel is, right? It's hair. It's hair gel. I do, however, prefer to have a gel that has a tint to it because I use the brush at the front to help make those hair-like strokes. But since we use the Revlon thing, you know, it's not that it's needed. My brows do look good. We're having a good brow day today. And also, that liner did not dry down completely matte. It has a little bit, not of a sheen. I would say it was more of a satin finish. It's definitely not completely matte. So far, not my favorite. Now we're gonna go back to Peanut Butter and Jelly. And I'm gonna do this one on the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna go a little lower with this color. Now we're going to go in with the middle color. I'll throw on some mascara. For lips, I'm going to line with this LA Colors matte liner pencil. I got this in a set at Walgreens. I think it was a set of like 7 or 8 of them for $5 maybe. They're pretty cheap, but the color payoff is really good. They're very, very soft, and the packaging is cheap as hell. For lipstick, I have another Patrick Star item. So I figured since we are in spring, and this was a spring collection from last year, maybe last year, yeah, last spring. It is the Sweet Mama Star Amplified Cream Lipstick. It's basically a pinky nude. What's new? And then now I'm going to go in with the matching lip gloss, which is Mama Star Kiss lip gloss. Okay, and here we have the finished look. Actually went ahead and put the same lip liner that I use in my waterline. I think it matched beautifully. And I think we busted out a pretty good look. So overall with this little donut collection, I feel like the looks are pretty limiting. They're all very smoky. This is definitely a fall end of the year type palette. I do like that it's almost a full face that you have in here. You know, there's the sponges, even though I didn't use the sponges. And really and truly with the eyeshadows, so this is essentially all the colors that you get. They all seem to be in pretty, you know, around the same tone. There's only the one matte, the one brown matte that I use as a transition color. There's a variety, it goes from light to dark. There's not a lot of mid-tone, and it is pretty neutral. So I'm glad that the black was in there, so I was able to deepen up the look. But I think almost everything you get out of here would be pretty smoky. I do think it'll work for different skin tones. I'm not sure this is available. If it is, I'll link it down below, but I believe this was a holiday item. In general though, Makeup Revolution, well, this is I Heart Revolution, so that's why it's so cute. See, I think this is for a younger demographic. In general, their eyeshadows and, you know, those things are not my favorite. The Makeup Revolution skin stuff, I absolutely love it, and I definitely want to try some more. So far, in terms of their eyeshadows, it's still pretty hit or miss for me, and they keep pumping stuff out. Anyway, I'm not the most enthused about the whole donut palette. It's cute, but it's definitely not my favorite. Not up to the standards that I like. All the other stuff, the brand new stuff, I love the Patrick powder. I love the spray. The liner was not my favorite. The liquid liner, not my favorite. It's too liquidy, too watery. I'm gonna try it again and see if it dries down. It doesn't dry down matte. It's more of a satin. So not my favorite either. The pencil itself was fine. The tip itself is fine. Just the formula of the liquid inside is not my favorite. And like I said, the foundation, the concealers, I've used those before. I absolutely love them. I forgot about them. I forgot how beautiful it leaves your skin looking. Full coverage, like skin. I didn't even need to color correct because it covered up all my hyperpigmentation around my mouth. So foundation and concealers are a definite thumbs up. And all of the other MAC products I use, the lip products are beautiful. They're not available anymore, but they are beautiful. You know, I love me a pinky nude, nice and glossy. And I always think that pink and green go together. That's just in my mind. Pink, purple, and green go together. That's just me. Okay, that is it. That is my full Flashback Friday Shop Your Stash look. So what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. Do you have any of these things? Have you used it? Do you like it? You don't like it? Do you want to try any of them? Let me know down in the comments. Of course, if you love these FBF Shop Your Stash videos, give this video a thumbs up. And as usual, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.